Hello and welcome along and welcome back to Little Norton. Today we're going to be doing some work with our animals, but we also need to start getting our sugar beet field ready for planting canola. So we've got to do some ploughing there as well, I think. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a mixed day. We're starting with doing the cows, getting them fully fed, and while we're here, we'll just pop out of here, lean over our fence, and turn that on. Oh, now it's jump over. Can I get over? There we go. Just get the water going, because, yeah, that is a very empty trough. And back into our fence, and ooh, that is always, that lip there is always just that little bit of an annoyance. And also, it's that, oh wow, have they got, they must have a lot of WCS in there already. Either that or we're missing it. We're missing it is what's happening there. Let's jump out, see if we can clear this mess up. Yeah. There we go, and actually put it into their feeding trough. Fair amount of WCS we had there, not a huge amount though, just under 1,000 litres. So what we're going to do is we're going to get them all fed. We need to give them pretty much everything, but that's okay because we have pretty much everything kicking around here now. There are none near the gate, and we can keep an eye out while we just pop back here, grab ourselves a bale spike. And drop that off, like so. And then we'll hook this up as well. And then we can go and grab ourselves some bales. Make sure we pick the front loader again, because otherwise we can't angle the front. And now we need to give them, yeah, so we need to give them some hay. We've got lots of hay bales here. I'm going to grab 2 off the end. Now, we've got them stored in here. My plan really is, or really would be, to get them, get these moved over winter. Get them put into that shed there. We've got a fairly dry day today, actually. I'm umming and erring about maybe doing a load of yard work. We're in no great rush to get the sugar beet field ploughed. So, maybe actually that is a better choice. Maybe we'll sort our animals out. We'll get our bales done. Is that going to take both of them? No, that hasn't. But that has left 1,200 litres. So if we can drop this off just behind here. There we go. And leave that in the feeding area. They'll take the rest of that when they need it. We should be able to do the same with a clover bale in a moment. Or a clover silage bale in a moment. And that will get them done as well. We now, of course, have straw bales as well. So we need to look into getting something to shred some straw bales and get that in. We only have 1,100. So I think it's going to be something that we do later. We got our trailer and our sugar beet here as well. So we're going to need to transport some of that up to the pasture, up to the sheep pasture. I think we may take a small trailer full of that over there and get that done. But this is definitely becoming more and more of an extension from the main farm. We're sort of running over that grass more and more, and as a result, it's not going to be that cuttable or that usable in the long term. So it might be a case that we, the barn we've got over there, that we end up using that to store machinery, because we've got a little bit tight with some of our machinery, and we put a hay barn in on that field, and use that to store bales. Right, let's have a look. Oh, that's pretty good. We could put a second bale there and just cover off the cows for a little while. I find it's a good way of doing things, especially if your feeding area is undercover, which unfortunately this isn't. But if you're able to just put a couple of bales in the feeding area. They can gradually go down. You can gradually get yourself in a position where they are, where it continues to feed the animals beyond the initial sort of 2-day coverage. And it means you just buy yourself that little bit more time, and you're not always just pulling stuff forward and back. It's also not too bad with wrapped silage bales as well. It works pretty well for those two. We do need to get the maize cut soon, and see if we can start creating some maize silage, which would be quite useful, and also keep some maize silage back. Or keep some fresh maize back over the winter, because when the grass is all gone, the maize silage doesn't disappear if you put it in the right place. So yeah, you end up with a winter feed from the maize, which is why in the Maize Plus extension, doing maize silage really useful. You can feed your cows a lot with that. You can do it pretty much with just clover, because I think you can do clover hay, can't you? Yeah, so between just clover and maize, you could run a cow farm, which is pretty cool, to be honest. Right, there we go. That's a lot of bales to move. But that is our cows sorted, I think. Yeah, we've got no maize for them, and we've got nothing to do the straw yet. So we'll park this up over here. We might move some bales in a little bit. But next, we want to head up here and start this up. So we've got no bucket on here at the moment, but we do have bale spike. Now I think our sheep, they need grass or clover silage. We've got clover silage and hay up here, and water. I think the sheep are getting in the way of the traffic again. Let's see if we can get this opened. So sort out the water, and then we'll grab a couple of bales of the hay. Got a nice collection of hay up here now. And we'll be able to put, hopefully we'll be able to put a pile of sugar beet up here as well. We'll have to head down to the farm, load some of that up. Whoa! I have forgotten to put my weight back on this tractor. That was very nearly nose to the pavement. There we go. Right, and lift. There we go. You see the suspension at the back of this go down. And bring it round. A little bit of a calm before we start moving forward again. Harvest is almost over on here, and we've had a while getting to it. But then I've enjoyed doing 9-day seasons on here. It's given that little bit of extra breathing space, and absolutely amazingly, even running the speed, running the speed at 10 times, I've still had something to do every single day, and that I find incredible. To be so busy on here, that we're doing something every single day. Now we do have a small issue here in that I must make sure wherever these end up. Wow, one of these is not as full. There we go. I would have thought they'd have taken. How much do they take? They don't take much. Only 1,700 litres of hay. Wow. That surprises me immensely. I think we've got, we must have space for more sheep. Thank you. Let's get our beacon on. Oh, don't beat me after you stop for me. Let's get this back down here. And drop this one back on our pile. Hopefully without taking our pile out. How are we for fuel? We could do with fueling this tractor up. And I think we have enough fuel in our... yeah, we should have plenty of fuel in our tank. The time when we will really be able to tell is when we've sold crops. There you go. I want to go and move that other one again. But yeah, we're going to have to bring a trailer full of sugar beets up here. There we go. Wow. There is only 278. How much is left? Oh, wow. Okay. We got plenty. For this little tractor, that is plenty of fuel left in that, tank. Back out to our field. And I'm going to go into the cab because I seem to be moving the camera around a lot outside at the moment. Bring this round and in. Again, this is probably going to be one of those more straight up videos. Because a lot of what we've got to do I want to cover. Yeah. Now I would leave that there, but we've got to clean that up now. We need to go and get a bucket and or get the bucket and just do that. It's a really disjointed little sheep farm, this. And I found that is the easier way to handle things, is to go out on the road and turn in from the road rather than go through the sheep pen itself. It tends to be a little bit, it's a bit of a tighter squeeze through that. Right, and down. I'm just going to put this here because that is an incomplete bale, and I want to make sure that I know to use that bale before I use any other. Did we have... oh, we did have more complete wool, so we've got more wool sales to do. Wool sales tend to be good in spring, so we're not going to make any money off those for a while. Let's turn that off. Drop that. And pick up our bucket. So we're going to clean up the grass. And yeah, as before, we just pick up the grass and shovel it off to the side. The sheep already have plenty of it, and we have no other use for it anywhere at the moment. We're not making silage from grass or anything like that. We are just using it to make hay, to be honest. If there was somewhere I could store it, I would. But it's yeah, it doesn't store in seasons. So yeah, clean that up. Oop. And then, as before, just pile it there. The other way to handle it would be to basically cut the sheep field. We could cut the sheep field, and that would mean they wouldn't have anything, and we would just have to, and we'd have to go and load it in. But I don't really want to make the extra work overall. So yeah, makes sense. Right, shall we get some sugar beet up here? I think we got a bucket down at the other farm. I think we'll end up having to use our big trailer for this though, which is going to be huge amounts of fun to maneuver up here. Let's get that backed up. There we go. And jump into the Fence 720, and yeah, 28,000 litres. We do not need a lot of this. But yeah, we really have nothing else to transport this with. turn that off, and we'll head over here. We've got the bale spikes still on our other one. There we go. Switch this round, turn this round. Get it over here. Yeah, it really is. It is a yard day, is what this is. A yard day. So that off there. Now this holds 2,000 odd litres. 1,800. So what I need to do is see if we have any indication, with no indication at all, how much of that they take. So if we give them, what, 5 bucketfuls in this trailer, so they're just under 10,000 litres, that might do it. That might sort them out. Okay. I'd like to have done carrots, but we weren't quite there. Can we lift this? Yes, we can. I do like that about this. That has just given us that extra little bit of height. Oops. Okay. Cracking the side of my trailer there. Oh, somebody pointed out, before I go any further, somebody did point out to me in the comments of the last video. Let's turn the grass off. That, yeah, so the reason why I don't own this bit here is because it's the roads. But if I click on it, it doesn't cost anything. So we'll buy that, and then we don't have to worry about the roads around our property, which is good news. Yeah, and then we're making good on everything. Get it at the right angle, and that will unload properly. There we go. So that's 2. Yeah, the variable movement on this. I really, really do like this GTA. It is an odd tractor, but it works so well for what we're doing. And one day I am going to put a sprayer attachment on the front of it. I'm gonna put a sprayer tank on the front, and where we've got the front loader, and it's gonna look amazing if I ever find it. So this should be number 4. Get this up. Like so. Yeah, and one more. And that should give us enough. I have no idea if this is going to tip well into our sheep area. If we can even get, I don't know if we can even get the trailer anywhere near that, where we want to tip this in our sheep area. This may go horribly, horribly wrong, and we might have to move stuff about a bit just to get a clear access. But that should do it. That should do it. Let's get this back and parked up. And with that parked up, what we'll be able to do like that. Switch back to the other tractor. Just leave this here. Switch back to the other tractor and head over. So where are they at? Yeah, 32%. 9,206. Yeah, let's get this back up to the other farm and get that sorted. Up to our sheep farm, and we'll turn in. Now we need to see where we can get this trailer. Now I'd easily be able to back it into that shed there and put them in there. I would like to back it into there and get it into that shed there. I think we have enough space. I think we have the space to do this. In fact, if we go in at an angle here, that might work better. And because we're not that full, we should be able, especially if we get it as far back as we can, and so we've got the apex, we should be able to get this to empty out like so. No, caught the roof. 63 litres left. There we go. That worked. That worked an absolute treat. So we've got the sugar beet where I want them. We can get this. We need to get this tractor out of here now. That's going to be fun. I think what we'll do is we'll reverse the trailer and turn off beacons because we don't need those flashing. And then we can just finish off the feed for our sheep. They need some. They need a clover bale, a clover silage bale, and they need a. They need a bit of sugar beet. So let's park this here. Up the way. Tends to be the way when we bring a tractor up here that we're taking back. We left the beacon going on this. That's right. I do love this little fen. This is an absolutely cracking little tractor, this. Right. Slightly smaller bucket on here. But this time we should be able to empty it when we came back, which we couldn't do when we first started on this map. Because the carrots weren't in here as a crop. We updated, of course, to the Maize Plus version, which is what we're currently on. And that means if we did buy a load of carrots, we'd now be able to tip them on the floor. Should be good. Oh, yeah, see, they don't take many sugar beet. So we can pick those up. Yep. How much sugar beet have they taken? So they only take 348 litres. We do need to put some clover silage in here. So we'll go and put our bale spike back on. Bring the clover silage across. But the sheep on here do not eat much. I'll be surprised if they take even a full silage bale on here. I think it'll be less than that. So let's dump this over. There we go. And let's go and switch this out for our bale spike again. Right, drop that down. Pick that one up. Like so. And then we're going to grab one of our clover silage bales from over here. Oh, a little bit closer than I meant to be, but that's got it. Pick that up and take that round. And this should then give them some feed for a good while. And yep, here we go. Drop it down. Now we need to get it off the forks. Won't disappear. Oh, wow, not much left. So what I'm going to do as a result is we'll just put this down this end here. It'll be a little bit out of the way. By the time they generate any kind of grass, it'll be that will have gone. So yeah, they take more. That's what they take the most of. Grass silage and clover silage is what the sheep take the most of, and it's 3,500 litres, so nearly a full bale. Hay and alfalfa. I know it's actually the grass next. Then the hay, and then the sugar beet and carrots. So yeah, I think we better get the other tractor back down to the other farm and maybe see if we can go and restack some bales and sort our farm out now that things are that little bit calm. So we've got the 720 Vario back down to our farm, and we're just going to stop here and refill this. Lots more diesel in this tank. So I didn't want to refill it up at the other farm because we'd be in a position where we'd be using the little bit of diesel that was up there. But we want to get this trailer parked up. We are going to be using this for doing silage. We've got to put the silage sides on it at some point. But at the moment it's all good. I'm very nervous. And part of the reason why I've not pushed for the canola today in the end is because I'm very nervous of that field of wheat that we got planted. We've already had one field of wheat go bad and had to replant it. I'm worried about the second one because we seem to be planting earlier than we ever do. So yeah, that's a little bit concerning. I am going to buy a pressure washer as soon as we have the money to do it. I don't want to borrow any more money. But as soon as we have the money to do it, I'm going to buy a pressure washer. Because, yeah, our tractors are so dirty. But let's put those two back there. What we're going to do is head over here. And I want to get these hay bales. I think we have some hay bales in here already, don't we? Yeah. So we've got this collection of hay bales here. I'm going to bring it out here and see if we can restack this. I'm considering doing it. Well, we can't do it with the bucket, that's for certain. So let's drop the bucket off. I think we'll do it with the bigger or the larger one. We'll have a little bit more stability with that. So drop off the bucket. And grab our large bale spike. This is more useful. Yeah, I don't know. If this doesn't work for this, I don't really know what our use for this is. We have it kicking around here. It should grab things a little bit more securely. But we'll see. Because, of course, these are all triples. So do that. Now, if I go... See, that doesn't grab that top one. I mean, it is a little bit more stable overall. But that top one is no more well held than if we weren't doing anything at all. Let's get that in there. And then this will slot down at this point here. Yeah. You see it all sort of shimmies into place. And then we hope we don't knock over our existing pile. Oh, that was close. That was very close. I'm making this worse. Yeah, there we go. That's not. That's got that into a good position. Right hand down. And we'll put that there. Perfect. Much better. Yeah, we're going to have to take single bales off. Basically. Fill in the gaps. And again, I'm then therefore not sure this is the best bale spike to be using. Yeah, whereas this, you can see this pile here has collapsed. So I am going to get stacking these, get these in there, and see how far we get. I might skip over to the other bale spike because, as you can see, this is a little bit overkill, this one. And we might have more success just trying to do this with something a little bit smaller and a little bit simpler. That will allow us to be that little bit more nuanced. Otherwise, yeah, I think I'm going to have a collapsed pile of bales on my hands. Just past 7 o'clock and we've got the last 2 bales from our pile. Hopefully that will stick on there. Oh, nice to have these cleared out the cowshed. They shouldn't have, it was kind of an act of desperation that we put them in here in the first place. But good to see, good to have got them all out of here and stacked in our shed. Much better place for them. And I'm quite pleased with the stack. Not the neatest stack I've ever done, but it'll do. It's serviceable. And should keep our bales nicely in place. Yeah, whole stack moving. But that is the last 2 in there. Gonna try my luck. There we go. So that is all done. I'll turn that off. There we go. I actually do have switch. So yeah, there we go. Those are all nicely stacked. I'm quite pleased with that. Alongside our straw bales. We will be probably doing the corn next time. We need to get that maize cut, get the silage made for that. We also need to start, well, we need to get the, we need to get our field where we had the sugar beet in ploughed and then replanted. So we've got lots to get on with. For now, though, I'm going to leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.